Welcome to the 45th video in our weekly legal update series. In this video, we'll be discussing important news items from 27 September to 2nd October 2021. In first important news, the Supreme Court has held that right to get aid from the government is not a fundamental right. In the case of State of Uttar Pradesh versus Principal Abhay Nandan Inter College, the Supreme Court has held that no institution has a right to get aid from the government, and in such a scenario, minority and non-minority institutions are to be treated in the same manner. The court has further clarified the rules with respect to grant of aid and has said that an institution receiving aid is bound by the conditions that are imposed. While deciding this, the court has referred to the judgments in TMA Pai Foundation versus State of Karnataka and Mohammad Rafiqi versus Management Committee, a 2020 case. In second important news, the Supreme Court has clarified rules with respect to grant of retrospective seniority. In the case of State of Bihar versus Arvind G, the court has held that retrospective seniority cannot be claimed from a date when an employee is not even born in service. The court has held that it is necessary to bear in mind that retrospective seniority, unless directed by court or expressly provided by the rules, should not be allowed, as in doing so, others who had earlierly entered service will be impacted. In third important news, the court has held that power to punish for contempt under the Constitution cannot be taken away even by a legislative enactment. In the case of Swaraj India Trust versus Union of India, the court has clarified that constitutional power to punish for contempt cannot be taken away by a legislative enactment. In fourth important news, the Supreme Court has held that non-compoundable cases can be quashed under Section 482 of CRPC after conviction if they are of predominantly a private nature. In the case of Ram Gopal versus State of Madhya Pradesh, the court has clarified that High Court, in its inherent power under Section 482 of CRPC, can quash non-compoundable cases even when compromise is entered after the conviction. In fifth important news, the Supreme Court has held that eligibility criteria for public appointments should be uniform. In the case of State of Jammu and Kashmir versus Shahina Masrat, the court has held that provisions relating to upper age limit are mandatory and not directory. The eligibility criteria for appointment to public posts should be uniform. The court has held that appointments to public posts should be strictly in accordance with Article 14 and 16 of the Constitution. Eligibility criteria should be uniform, and there cannot be scope of arbitrary selections by unfettered discretion being vested in the authorities. In sixth important news, the court has said that condition barring student who has joined IIT from appearing for JEE again is valid. In the case of IIT Kharagpur versus Sautrik Sarangi, the court has held that condition barring a student who has already joined IIT from appearing in JEE exam is a valid condition, as it is aimed at preservation of valuable public resources. In seventh important news, the Supreme Court has held that if vehicle is used without a valid registration, insurance claim can be rejected. In the case of Union India Insurance Company Limited versus Sushil Kumar Godara, the court has held that an insurance claim can be rejected if the vehicle is used or driven without a valid registration. This would constitute as a fundamental breach of the terms and conditions of the contract of insurance. In eighth important news, the Supreme Court has held that right to apply for bail is implicit in Articles 14, 19 and 21. In the case of High Court of Judicature at Rajasthan versus State of Rajasthan, the court was hearing a matter where the High Court has imposed a blanket ban on hearing bail petitions as urgent matters during the lockdown. The court has held that blanket order prohibiting listing of bail applications for suspension of sentence in appeals also infringes upon the right of personal liberty of incarcerated persons. Lastly, the Supreme Court has held that forcing a party to undergo DNA test violates the personal liberty and right to privacy of the person. In the case of Ashok Kumar versus Raj Gupta, while hearing a matter whether in a declaratory suit where ownership over co-partnership property is claimed, the plaintiff can be subjected to a DNA test against their will or not, the court has held that forcing an unwilling party to undergo DNA test is violative of personal liberty and right to privacy. This brings us to the end of our weekly legal update. If you like this video, please like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.